This is my 2013 Explorer 3-row seating. This is the door that covers the gap here when the third row is folded up. And one day I reached in here and leaned on that, put my full weight on it, and I cracked the door. So the guy at the Ford dealership says it's hundreds of dollars to replace that. So what I've done already is unbolted this little bracket right here. This bracket pops right off. Well, there. What I'm going to do is get a fiberglass patch kit, and this looks like a fiberglass panel to me. So I went over to AutoZone and bought this kit right here, and I'm going to push this back down to where it's nice and flat, and I'm just going to bridge across this broken area. Anything that I do here you can never see when this thing is back in its proper position. This is what comes in the kit. You got the resin, the hardener, some fiberglass cloth, a mixing tray, and some spreaders. So I'm going to get something that I can weight this down with to hold it good and flat. And I don't think it's going to be very complicated. I just need to bridge all across these areas that are broken, and it should be just fine. This is working even better. I've got some scrap flooring, hardwood boards running underneath, and put some clamps on top. Things have really got it tight, so I don't have to worry about getting everything lined up. I'm going to go ahead and mix up some stuff and get going here. I'm going ahead and cut a piece of fiberglass. I think I have enough fabric to do this a minimum of 2 layers. Maybe I'll do 3. We'll see how it goes. I've got enough fabric to go twice horizontally and once longitudinally. Don't really need to have any leftovers for anything else, so I'm going to go ahead and use it up kind of like I show it right here. I've got some 80 grit sandpaper here. I'm just going to use that to kind of scuff up this area where I'm going to be doing it. Okay, I've got a small amount of resin I've poured in here. I'm estimating the quantity. It says to poke a hole in here with the pin, but I don't have a pin in my hand. I can see right now I didn't mix up enough hardener for this first coat. all going down pretty good, laying nice and flat, getting well embedded. I'm going to mix up the rest of it right now. Well, time will tell me if it's going to work or not. Well, it's been about 30 minutes since I finished. It's hard and dry. It appears to be stuck good. I'll trim off some of this stuff, but I'm not going anywhere the rest of the day. I'm going to let it sit up overnight before I take these boards off. I've got a fan blowing in there right now to kind of blow the fumes out of here, but I'm hopeful this does it. Well, it's been about 90 minutes since I did this. I was going to wait all night, but this stuff's hard as a rock. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the clamps. This is that piece that goes underneath. It's full motion without any interference with anything. So all I got to do is, those are the bolts down there. Can't quite see them from here, I think. Those bolts. This folds over and there's a spring on there that sits on there and that clamps. I'm going to grab my vacuum cleaner and clean out some of the dust that's down there, but I think I have a successful project. Well, there it is, all back together. It looks perfectly fine and it feels very stiff. I'm sure it's at least as strong as original, maybe even stronger.